Hello and welcome to this 1 hour flow class, a gentle class for people over 55 and for beginners. Today our theme is Stira, which means steadfastness, courage, safety, security. So when we're going through our poses today, they're the kind of characteristics that we'll be looking to embody. But to get started, just sit in Sukhasana, easy seat, or have your legs out in front of you, whichever serves you. And can you hear my birds? Yeah, you can. I might close the door, okay? I'm going to start again. Just relax. I can see Jen looking around. Okay, I'm going to start again. Okay. I think we overfed the sparrows. Now there's hundreds of them out the back. Okay. Hello and welcome to this 1 hour gentle flow. My name's Sue and this is Age Well Yoga. Our classes are specifically for beginners and people over 55 looking for a gentle yoga class. We'll start tonight in easy seat, sitting cross-legged or with your legs out in front of you, whichever is comfortable for you. The theme of the class tonight is Stira, so strength, stability, and courage. So as we go through our poses, we'll be thinking about those qualities and trying to embody those. To get started, just sit comfortably on your seat. Just move around until you get comfortable. Look around your space and start to settle in. Let go of the busyness of the day. You might like to look at the ground or close your eyes. Just breathe in, noticing the quality of the air as it comes in and out of your nostrils. Notice the temperature of the air on your face, on the backs of your hands. Inhale, stretching through the spine, your crown shining up towards the sky, crown of your head shining up towards the sky. And exhale, sit bones anchoring into the mat. Inhale and feel the expansion through your belly, your chest and your shoulders. And exhale, relaxing your shoulders, your chest and your belly down. Take 3 more breaths like that. Inhaling through the belly, chest, shoulders. And exhaling, shoulders relax, chest relaxes, belly relaxes. 2 more breaths like that. Blink your eyes open when you're ready and have your hands next to you, palms up. Inhale and spread your arms out to the side and up overhead, palms facing. Exhale, hands come to heart center. One more time. Inhale, stretch your arms out to the side and up overhead. This time looking at your fingertips, and exhale, hands to heart center. Just notice for a moment how you're feeling. What's arising for you today? And just let it pass. No judgment, no attachment or aversion. Just let it pass. Have your hands next to you, palms up. Inhale, spread your arms out to the side, up overhead. This time, drop your right hand to the right-hand side of your mat and lean over to the right. Left fingers pointing to the right. Look straight ahead, stretching from your sit bone all the way up your side body, armpit and your arm to your fingertips. Inhale and come up. And exhale, go to the other side, hand to the mat. Right fingers pointing to the left. Inhaling through your right side body. And exhaling, anchoring your sit bones into the mat. Inhale and come back to center. Exhale and rain your hands forward in front of you, still looking forward. Looking forward, shining your chest forward on an inhale. And then on an exhale, tuck chin to chest and looking at your navel. Feel that stretch in your back and in the back of your neck. Inhale, come up, hands above the head. And exhale, swing your hands around to behind you, fingers pointing away. Have your hands flat on the mat behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and looking up, diagonally up, arching through the back and stretching through the front body, all the way up to the neck, to the chin, without locking your head back. On an inhale, feel the expansion through your chest. And on an exhale, just push with your hands so your body comes up further. And on your next inhale, sweep your hands out to the side, up overhead. And exhale, turning to the right. Drop your right hand behind you, left hand to the outside of your right knee. And on an inhale, lengthen through the spine, tucking the chin slightly and looking over the right shoulder. Inhale and come back to center. And exhale, coming to the other side, looking over your left shoulder. Left hand drops behind you, right hand on the outside of your knee. And again, stretching through the spine, tucking in the chin. Exhaling and looking further behind you. Inhale, coming up, hands come up above you. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice work. We'll do a few Sufi rolls here. So just having your hands on your knees and just starting to make circles with your head and shoulder. Going one way, starting small and then getting bigger and bigger. You may like to close your eyes or keep them open, depending on how it feels. Going right back, inhaling as you go back and exhaling as you come forward. One more, and stop when you get to the back and we'll change direction. And again, it can be as large or small as you like. And one more, coming back to center. And just notice how you feel now you've activated the top parts of your body. Before we get into tabletop, we'll just do a neck stretch. So have your hands on the floor next to you. Inhale, stretching the spine up tall. Exhale, look slowly to the right. And you might like to stretch the left hand out a little bit with the shoulder down. Inhale, coming back to center, relaxing that arm. Exhale, going to the other side. And just stretching your right hand out now. And then inhale, come back to center. Nice work. We'll just put your chin to your chest and draw a smiley mouth with your chin so it comes up on one side and comes down, keeping the chin close to the chest and then up the other side. Do that a couple of times, stretching out the sides of the neck, shoulders away from the ears. And then come back to center, looking down. And then inhale, looking up. Nice work. Coming into tabletop now. You have a cushion underneath you, remove it. Wrists under shoulders and knees under the hips. Feet pointing straight back, tops of the feet onto the mat. Stretch your fingers out wide so that your thumbs are pointing almost pointing towards each other, pressing into the fingertips. The crown of the head shines forward, the tailbone goes back, lengthening through the spine and active in the core. Tabletop, neutral spine. Inhale, draw a line up with your nose, hips go to the sky, belly to the mat for cow. Exhale, tucking chin to chest, rounding through the back for cat pose. Inhale, coming back to cow. Broad through the collarbones, you look forward. Then exhale, pushing the ground away from you and rounding into the back for cat. And 2 more in your own time like that. And then come into tabletop. Doing some core work now. So stretching the right leg back. Toes are pointing down, so your hips are still parallel with the floor. Stretching your left arm forward as though you were shaking someone's hand. Stretching from your left fingertips to your right heel. Inhale here and exhale, elbow to knee, rounding through the back. Inhale, stretching out. And exhale, elbow to knee. 1 more time. Inhale, stretching out. And exhale, elbow to knee. And then float your hand and your knee back down to the mat. Beautiful. Stretching out the left leg now. Toes pointing down again. Hips parallel with the mat and the right arm forward as though you're shaking hands. Stretching through the right fingertips all the way to the left heel. Inhale, stretching. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to stretch. And exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch. And 1 more, curling in. Stretching out 1 last time. And then float your right hand down to the mat, left knee down to the mat. Good work. Fantastic. Great. Inhale, tuck your toes under. Exhale, pushing the hips up to the sky for downward facing dog. First downward facing dog of the day. Pressing into the fingertips, rotating the upper arms forward so the elbow creases shine forward. Chest tracks to the mat. Bend in the right knee and descend the left heel. And then swap over. Right heel goes down, left knee comes in towards the chest. Walking your dog for a few more times. Stretching out through the calves, the hamstrings. Nice stretch through the shoulders. And then find stillness in your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, look in between your hands and come into plank. So you can have supported plank, so your knees are on the mat, or you can have full plank, your body is straight, stretching from the heels all the way through to the crown of your head, pushing up through your fingertips, through your arms and your shoulders, very active in the core, for 3, 2, 1, and then inhaling and lowering the knees to the mat. Kick the right foot over to the right side of your mat. That's at 90 degrees. Straighten your left leg and have your right hand on the ground. So there's a line between your right hand, your right knee, and your left foot. Your left leg is straight. So you're looking over to the left. Nice work. Stretching up the left arm above your head. So your arms are in a nice straight line. Nice work. So supported side plank. Lifting up that left hip, nice and light through the side body. Good work. Inhale and come up so that your torso is vertical, arms are parallel with the floor. Take a breath here, stretching out the arms. And then exhale, left hand goes to left shin, and the right arm comes over, pointing to the left. Work. Gate pose. Nice work. Inhale, come back, torso is vertical. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down and come back to tabletop. Swiveling that right foot back so it's straight on the mat. Left foot is straight. Going on the left side now, kicking the left heel out to the left. The right foot is flat on the ground in line with your left knee. Your left hand is flat on the mat. So there's a line between your left hand, your left knee, and your right foot. Nice work. Stretch your right hand up towards the ceiling. Supported side plank. Raising your right hip up as far as possible as you look to the right, straight ahead as it is at the moment. Active through both side body of the body. Inhale here and exhale. And on the next inhale, bring your torso up to vertical, arms outstretched. Inhale, stretching the arms. Exhale, right hand goes to right knee or shin, and the left arm comes over to point to the right, to the back of your mat. Take a breath here, stretching through that left hip, left side body, left shoulder. Inhale, come back to vertical, arms outstretched. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down and come back to tabletop. Both legs are pointing straight back. Good work. Inhale and tuck your toes. Exhale, hips go to the sky, downward facing dog. Walk your feet towards your hands, bending them as much as you like. And coming into ragdoll, opposite arm has opposite elbow, swaying from side to side. Nice work. And then let your hands go, your shoulders are relaxed. Chin into the chest. Inhale and slowly unfurl your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Imagine them stacking one on top of the other as you come up slowly to standing. Chin stays on the chest until your head comes right up. Good work. Fantastic. Coming to the front of your mat, sun salutations. Before we start them, we'll just stand in mountain pose. Feet either close together or up to hip width apart. Focusing on the four corners of each foot. Base of the little toe, base of the big toe. The corners of each heel. Looking straight ahead. The tailbone descends. The navel tracks inwards. And you're broad across the chest. Palms are facing forward. And again, the crown of the head stretching up towards the sky, creating space in your spine. Take a breath here and just notice what is arising and let it pass. Let it go. On your next inhale, spread your arms out to the side, up overhead, palms facing. Exhale, hips go back. Chair pose, so where the weight is in the heels, you might be able to feather your toes, bending into the thighs, nice and strong in the thighs. Inhale, stretching the arms out, and then exhale, forward fold. Bending the legs as much as you like. Inhale, halfway lift. Torso is parallel with the ground, and exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands next to your feet, bending your knees and come into dog pose. Modified salute to the sun. Inhale here, and on the exhale, come into tabletop. Untuck your toes. Inhale and come into supported plank. Your shoulders are over your wrists. Your torso is nice and taut. Navel is tracking towards the ceiling. And exhale, lowering all the way down. Elbows coming to the ribs, lowering down with control. Might need to slide back on your mat a little bit. Bring your forehead to the mat and your hands under your shoulders, fingers spread, elbows tucked into the side. Pressing through the tops of the feet so that the knees come off the mat. Inhale, head and shoulders come off the mat for baby cobra. Just check your elbows are still into the side. And exhale, relaxing down. Inhale, pushing up into tabletop. Tuck your toes, exhale, downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Walk your hands towards your feet this time and just come into a forward fold. Allow your torso to drape over your thighs. Have a bend in your knees if that serves you. Inhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, spread your hands out to the side, arms up overhead, palms facing, and hands to heart center, exhaling. Nice work, that's warmed us up a little bit. So do sun salutation V, coming to the front of your mat. Sun salutation with standing poses in them. Standing in mountain pose. Inhale, stretch your arms out to the side, up overhead. Exhale, raining your hands down, bending from the hips into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold, planting your hands on either side. Inhale, stepping back into dog pose. Exhale, knees to the mat, coming into plank, supported plank. Or if you like, you can have your knees up for full plank. Pressing into the fingertips. Tucking the elbows in towards the ribs. Exhale as you come all the way down to the mat. Hands under the shoulders, pressing through the feet. Inhale into cobra. Head and shoulders off the mat. Exhale, coming down gently. Inhale, pushing back into tabletop, tucking the toes, exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhale, raising the right leg up, three-legged dog on the right side, toes are pointing down. Exhaling, bringing the knee into the chest, to the nose, and then stepping the foot all the way through in between the hands. It might take a couple of goes to get there, and you might have to move your hands, that's okay. So the right leg is in a square, knee over the ankle, left foot is at 60 degrees, flat on the mat. We're doing warrior one today. So inhaling, and start to hover your torso over your thigh. Hands are pointed back in airplane mode. Inhale and exhale here a couple of times. And then on your next inhale, sweep your hands down, forward, and then up overhead. Torso is vertical. Warrior one. Good work. So you're tracking the right hip back and the left ribs forward, pressing into the back heel to activate the back thigh. Navel tracks towards the spine to protect the back. Inhale, stretch up, and exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, stretch up, and exhale, bring your hands behind you And clasp your hands behind your back, just out from your buttocks. Inhale, looking up to the ceiling, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And exhale, bringing your torso down on the inside of your right thigh or towards the inside of your right thigh for humble warrior. Hands still track back. Looking down on the left side of your right foot, inside of your right foot. Take a couple of breaths here so your torso is leaning slightly on your right thigh. Inhale and come back up, sweeping your hands back up for warrior one. Great work. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, rain the hands down to frame your right foot. Push back into downward facing dog. Hips going straight up to the sky, chest towards the mat for downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes up to the sky, toes pointing down. Exhale, knee to the chest, to the nose, and then step it all the way forward in between your hands in one go. Left leg is in a square. Turn your right foot to 60 degrees and plant it flat on the mat. Inhale, hover your torso over your left thigh. Hands go back by your hips, pointing backwards. Airplane arms. Take a breath here. And then on your next inhale, sweep your hands down, forward, and then up overhead, straight arms. Torso is vertical. Tracking your left hip back, your right ribs forward, so your pelvis is parallel with the front of the mat. Press into the outside edge of both of your feet. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, cactus the arms, nice and wide out to the side. Inhale, arms stretched up. And exhale, sweep your hands behind you. Have the opposite clasp of your hands. Have your hands tracking away from your buttocks. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, lowering your torso over the left thigh. Hands track back, humble warrior on the left side. Don't forget to breathe in this intense pose. Inhale, coming back up, sweeping your hands up for warrior one. Exhale here. Inhale, stretch up. Then exhale, cartwheeling your hands down to frame your left foot. Left foot comes back into downward facing dog. Good work. Inhale, come onto your knees. Exhale, come supported plank, pushing up through the shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale, elbows to the ribs, lowering all the way down. Hands under the shoulders, inhaling into cobra. And exhaling, coming down. Inhale, pushing back into tabletop, tucking the toes, and exhaling, downward facing dog. This time, stepping into the middle of your mat and bringing your hands towards your feet, the forward fold. Inhale for halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, spreading your arms out to the side and up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Just close your eyes for a moment and notice the energy you've created. You might find there's less going on mentally, but your physical activities have quietened the chatter in the mind. Releasing the hands. And now for our balance today, we're coming into star pose. So we're just going to be balancing on one side and then the other. So with either leg to start with, drag your toes along the ground and then plant your balancing foot on the floor. The other foot point out to the side. It'd be like little Christmas stars today. And then spread your arms out. And then the balance comes by lifting up the pointed toes and balancing. For 3, 2, 1, and relaxing down. Nice work. We'll go the other side, dragging the left foot along the ground, planting it firmly onto the ground, and then pointing the other foot, stretching the arms out, and then lifting up the pointed foot. Oops. For 3, 2, 1, and relax down. Great work. Fantastic. So we'll do an eagle pose now. So let's get this right. So getting hold of your right leg, drag along the ground, and then press your right foot into the ground. Bend your right knee. Lift up your left leg and wrap it around your thigh. So both thighs are crossed over. You might be able to hook your foot over at the back. Another balance, looking at a spot in front of you. Inhale, stretch your arms out. And exhale, just bring your hands together and your elbows together. We won't do the wrap today. Nice work. For 3, 2, 1, and release. Just give your legs a little shake out. And we'll go on the other side, left leg. Left foot tracks to the ground, bending into the left leg, wrapping the right leg around. You might like to wrap the foot around the calf if that's possible. Stretching the arms out to the side, making sure you've got a point of focus, and then bringing the hands and the elbows together, crossing over if that serves you in full eagle. And balancing for 3, 2, 1. Releasing the hands, releasing the legs. Very good work. And just wiggle your legs out. Just give them a bit of a stretch. Nice work. Forward fold. So stepping out the feet nice and wide. We'll come into a yogi squat first of all. So just make sure you've got the space facing the right way. So you've got the space. Fantastic. Okay. So we're going to inhale, arms out to the side. Exhale, Namaste, arms or Anjali Mudra, so hands to heart center. And then we're going to be swaying from one side, bending one knee, and then swaying on the other side and coming down into a goddess pose. So a yogi squat, nice and low, keeping the back straight. Taking 2 breaths here. Working the thighs, the hips. And then inhale, exhale, drop your hands to the ground, straighten your legs for forward fold. Have your hands planted under your face. So your back is flattened out. So stretching the crown forward, tailbone stretches back. Inhale, stretch the right hand out to the side, looking at it as it goes, and then up towards the ceiling. Exhale, allow it to float back down to the ground. Replace it under your face. Plant it there firmly. Left arm now. Float it out to the side, following it with your eyes and your head, up to the ceiling. Then exhale, float your left arm back down and plant it under your face. Good work. Now for a full forward fold, we're going to walk our hands so that inside our feet, on the same line as our feet. Fingers pointing forwards at this point. You might be able to step your feet out further, if that serves you. Inhaling here and then exhaling, lowering the head towards the floor, crown of the head towards the floor. You may be able to just move your weight forwards or backwards a little bit. Big stretch through the inner thighs. You might find it in your back. Now you might be able to turn your fingers around if it serves you, pointing away from your feet, and walk them through your legs, pointing away, still with bent arms, to track your head a little further towards the mat. Keep breathing and relaxing the jaw. Inhale and step your hands so they're in between your feet, and then again under your face, flat back. And heel toe your feet in, all the way until you're in a forward fold. And from here, inhale, spread your arms out to the side, up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Excellent work. Coming down onto your mat. Into staff pose. Feet out in front. Stretching your toes up towards the ceiling. Hands are next to you on the mat. Fingers placed forward. We're going to bend the right foot in towards the left thigh. The right knee is out to the side. Inhale here, stretch the arms up overhead. Exhale, folding from the hips. Rain your hands down to frame your left foot. Left shin, left knee. And we'll massage the outside of the left knee. Just gently around the kneecap on the left side. And then the back of the knee. And then looking at your toes, inhale, and then lower your head down to look at your knee, relaxing your hands on either side of your foot, leg, wherever your hands fall. Keep breathing. And then stretch your arms out, inhale, and come up to vertical, and exhale, hands to heart center. Good work. Stretching the right leg out long. Do it on the left side. So the left sole of the left foot is inched by the right thigh. Left knee is out to the side. Inhale, spread your arms wide and then up overhead. Then exhale, rain them down to frame your right leg. Toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. This time, first of all, massage the back of your knee. And then around the kneecap. And lastly, the sides of the knee. And then let your hands fall where it's comfortable. Inhale, looking at your feet, your foot. Then exhale, chin to chest, looking at your right knee and relaxing the body towards the thigh. Breathing here. Just letting the body soften down in its own time. Inhale, stretch your arms out in front of you, up overhead. Then exhale, hands to heart center. Great work. We'll do a twist now. So the right foot is in, flat on the floor, right knee is up. Wrap your left arm around your right shin. Inhale, right arm goes up to the sky, stretching through the right side body. Exhale, dropping the right hand behind you. You might have to dome your hand, or you might have it flat on the mat, depending on your geometry, looking over your right shoulder. So inhale, stretching the spine up nice and tall, hugging in the thigh. Exhale to turn and look over your right shoulder. One more breath here. Inhaling for length and exhaling to turn. Leaving your legs where they are. Inhale, come back to center, and then frame your left hip with your hands, looking down at your hip, counter twisting. And then inhale, come back to center and swap legs. Left knee is up to the sky. Left foot is flat on the floor, wrapping your right arm around your left shin. Nice work. Sitting up nice and straight and really hugging that thigh into the torso. Inhale, left arm raises, stretching through the left side body. Exhale, drop the left hand behind you, looking over your left shoulder. Lengthening through the spine and tucking in the chin. Inhaling to stretch tall and exhaling to turn a little further. Make sure the right leg is still active, toes are still pointing up. One more breath in for length and exhaling to turn a little further. Keeping your legs where they are, inhale, come back to center. And exhale as you frame your right hip with your hands, looking at your right hip. And then come back to center and straighten your legs. Wonderful. I'm going to lie on the mat now for a bridge. So have your head on the mat, looking straight up at the ceiling. Your feet are close to your buttocks, knees up in the air, feet are hip width apart. And your hands are next to your hips, palms facing down. So roll to the left and tuck in your right shoulder blade. Then roll to the right and tuck in the other shoulder blade, creating that width across your chest. Inhale, pushing through the heels. Hips go up to the sky for bridge pose, pushing through the upper arms, the lower arms, the palms of the head, and the back of the neck. Sorry, the back of the head, looking straight up. Feeling the length in the spine, tailbone tracks towards the knees. Inhale, broad through the chest. And then exhale, lowering your spine to the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae. Gently lowering the spine all the way down. Flattening it to the mat. And then when you reach the tailbone, you can relax the small of the back so it comes off the mat. Do that one more time, inhaling, pushing through the hips, pushing through the heels, hips go up to the sky, pressing through the arms. Inhaling, broad through the chest, exhaling, lengthening the tailbone towards the knees. If comfortable here, you might like to inhale and raise the left leg up towards the sky. And exhale, lower the left leg down. Just check that your hips are still high. Other side, inhaling, right leg goes up to the sky. Exhaling, right leg comes down. Inhale, broad through the chest. And exhale, heeling your spine back down to the mat. Place your mind in your spine as it touches down on the mat. Each part of the spine. Flattening through the lower back. And then when your coccyx hits the mat, your lower back curves slightly. Good work. Just releasing your shoulder blades from under your back. Stretch your legs out and have your feet dropping out to the side. Have your hands stretched, your arms stretched over your head behind you. So palms of your backs of your hands are on the mat. Spreading the fingers wide. And we'll do some hip hitches. So the right leg goes long, stretches long, the right arm stretches long. So the left side sort of scrunches up slightly. And then relieve that, and then have the left leg and the left hand stretch long. So the right side starts to relax in. And do 5 of those. That's 2 each. So right and left is 1. Just stretching through the right side. And then the left side. Stretching the hips right out. Just holding for a moment and then going on to the other side. And then when you reach your last one, bring your hands out into a T, your arms out into a T at shoulder height. Bring your feet next to your buttocks, knees up in the air. Cross your right leg over your left legs, tightly crossed at the thighs. Inhaling, and on the exhale, drop both knees to the right, looking to the left. Inhale through the left side body and exhale, let something go. Inhaling in fresh energy and exhaling to release. Inhale and come back to center and cross the legs the other way. Left leg tightly over right thigh. Inhale here, and on the exhale, drop both knees to the left, looking to the right, keeping your shoulder on the mat, right shoulder on the mat. Inhaling through the right side body. And exhale, send breath anywhere that needs relieving, that's calling for attention. Inhale, bring your knees both back up to center. Bring your knees into chest. Have your hands on your kneecaps. And as you push your knees away, inhale. And on the exhale, bring them back towards your chest, like a pair of bellows. Inhaling as the knees go away, and exhaling as they come towards you. And the next time, bring them in and start to circle your knees around. Inhaling as they go away from you and exhaling as they come towards you. And when they reach your chest, go back the other way next time. Inhaling as the knees go away. Exhaling as they come in. And then bring your knees into your chest and just give yourself a nice tight hug. And you might like to roll from side to side a little. And then send your legs long. Have your hands and arms by your sides, palms up. Your feet roll out to the side. As we get ready for some breathing, meditation and relaxation. Inhale, expanding through the belly, the ribs and the shoulders. Exhaling, relaxing shoulders, the ribs, the belly. Do 2 more breaths, just like that. And when you finish that breathing, allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm and speed, stable and regular. Imagine your feet, your body, the whole of your body is like a mountain, connected deeply, part of the earth, stable and strong, steadfast. You're connected with the earth, and you're also connected to the heavens. Your peak rises up through the sky and is connected to the heavens. Above you, the sun revolves across the sky. The moon follows. The stars wheel across the sky. And on your surface, plants grow, trees grow and flourish, and animals live there. And as the seasons change, so the trees and the animals change too. But you remain steadfast and stable, a calm center. We are a bit like a mountain. Life changes around us. Things happen. Events come and go. But within us, there is a stable, constant presence, an awareness that doesn't change and is always there. Often it's covered in clouds. It might be masked by thoughts, but we can always return to it. It's always there. Just letting that visualization go now. We'll do a body scan. Feet and ankles relax. Calves and knees relax. Thighs and hips relax. Pelvis relaxes down. Abdomen relaxes. Hands and wrists relax. Forearms and elbows relax. Upper arms and shoulders relax. Collarbones relax. Chest relaxes down. Throat relaxes. Jaw and tongue relax. Draw your lips back from your teeth and replace them in a gentle smile. Lift your eyebrows and stretch your scalp, and then relax them down. Eyes are heavy. The skin around your eyes is gentle. The skin around your mouth is soft. Face is soft. As the body relaxes, so the mind follows. Stillness. If thoughts arise, let them pass like clouds in the sky. And focus on your breath. Coming out of relaxation now, deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Introduce the movement into your hands and feet. You might like to stretch your legs long, stretch your arms. And then bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a tight hug before rolling to the right. And taking a moment there, supporting your head with your hand or arm, just to allow your practice to integrate, to get the benefit of the work you've done. And when you're ready, push yourself up to a seat as you started. Inhale and bring your hands to heart center. Exhale, we bow our thinking mind to our loving heart in gratitude for practice today, and in gratitude for everything that brought us to this moment, in gratitude for nature itself. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me today. If you've enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, or leave me a comment. Bye.